Can you hear me?
I can.
I bet. Let's wait on this nigga next time.
Damn,
What you doing though?
You got all the angles.
Shit. It's hot as fucking here and our air conditioner doesn't fucking work.
Sheesh. Yeah, this ain't the time for those type of shenanigans.
Honestly, it's so fucking hot. Like, it's damn near hotter in here than it is outside.
Right, everything inside clouding up all the good air.
Right.
Sheesh. Yeah, we ain't gonna make it a long one. We ain't gonna be too long.
Yeah, because I gotta work in the morning.
Dang. Really, that's the only reason why. Well, obviously we're supposed to been have this done, but we gotta get it in tonight because niggas is busy the rest of the weekend or the rest of the week type shit. Shit's supposed to drop on Friday, so we gonna see. Speaking of, waiting on the man of the hour. Let's send it to him now. What you been up to? What's your life like besides being hot?
I'm alright. I got promoted to full-time.
Hey.
So that's cool.
What does that mean? Tell the people what that means for you. Like, how does your life change?
I get more money.
Hell yeah.
Better opportunities now because I'm full-time at my job. Maybe one day I'll be bumped up to producer.
Right. Levels to this shit. Y'all know nothing about that. Y'all know nothing about starting from the ground floor, working your way up, doing what needs to be done. How does it feel though? Like, cause I'm sure you worked another job before, like at a non-industry type of thing, non-music thing. Like, does it feel like just a job to you, or is it a little different because you kind of in like the lane you want to be in?
It feels different because I know that having this job can send me to something else. Like, one, they have a station where they put underground artists on. It's like, and then they have like a SoundCloud radio station. And that's strictly only SoundCloud shit. So like, and I just know that they have opportunities for me to get out there in some way. Also, at some point, hopefully I'll start going to like festivals and shit with them to broadcast from there. So I think it gives me better opportunities than just a regular job. Like, I don't think it, like some days it feels like just a job, but I know in the end, it's more than just me doing something for money.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna ask. Like, do you struggle getting out of bed to do something like that?
Sometimes. I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie and say that. Sometimes I sleep a little overtime. But yeah. I mean, you gotta get it how you get it.
Right. Is it like a chill environment in there? What's it like? What's it like where you at?
Very chill. Like, we do not have to be dressed up or nothing for meetings. Like, even in the office, they don't really, like, they don't have on suits and dresses and shit. Like, they're wearing jeans and t-shirts. Like, it's very chill. They're very, like, they're not super like micromanaging or anything. If you got questions, everybody's super nice about it. I will say they do drag their feet a lot. They take a long time to do things, but they're cool though. So I don't get too mad because they're not assholes.
Right. Being nice to somebody goes a long fucking way.
Definitely. So
do you feel like it's like a lot of young people in there?
Definitely. It's mostly young people. Like, the only people who aren't young people are like the producers and the programmers and shit like that. Like, so everybody that's doing what I do is damn near young. Like there's people that have been there a long time, but it's mixed. It's mixed.
Okay. And then at this point, how long you been there?
It's gonna be going on a year in September.
Okay. And like, remind me again, like, did you go out and seek this job, or was it just something that fell in your lap?
I went out and seeked it. I applied to be an intern right after I graduated, and then they just kept bumping me up from there.
Okay. So you took the opportunity, soak it out, and then you just taking it from there. Went from part time to full time. Well, you went from intern to part time, or was the part time the
Yeah,
internship?
part-time. I mean, intern to part-time to full-time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Means you must be doing something right.
exactly. So next step, associate producer.
Right. Hell yeah. Does it feel like you just changing whose coffee you get, or do you really feel like you gaining responsibilities?
Oh no, it's definitely even as an intern, it wasn't just go get somebody coffee. Like I was actually editing audio that was going on live. Like it wasn't just me doing something that somebody else don't want to do. It's real work. Definitely, like from internship to now, it's always been real work. I just have more now.
Okay. And then what is like what like do you feel like you were prepared for this coming out of school? Like, cause what did you major in? Media,
Media
right?
arts.
Media
Yeah.
arts. Okay. Do you feel like you were well prepared for like your job now with your degree?
Yeah. Cause I had did a lot of audio editing already. And then I worked at WRFL at Kentucky too already. So I had a little radio experience, even though it wasn't satellite radio. So
Right.
I mean, I definitely felt prepared. And this is probably the job that I felt most prepared for, just because I was going to be doing something that I usually do for fun anyway. So I was prepared, definitely.
Okay. And then have you learned anything like with your job, like something that school couldn't have taught you?
Uh, I kind of learned this in school, but I guess just being patient with people, really. Like, because now I realize, like, because a lot of the stuff I have to do, I have to communicate with other people. But now with me being full time and having so much other stuff to do, I understand people not answering as quickly as I'd like them to. Like I get it now because it's like a million other things to do. So
Right.
like it's really hard to stop what you're doing to do something somebody else asked you to do. So like now I get it. So patience, definitely. Um, and just making sure you talk to damn near everybody. Like make sure you have your conversation with whoever. Like with a lot of the jobs there, like becoming a producer or a programmer, like you have to you just got to talk to other people that are in the position you want. Like and in the back of your mind, low key, like wanting to take their job, but like you don't approach them that way, but that's low key what it is. And it's just networking, you know what I'm saying? And making sure you get all different types of connections, because even if like you don't get promoted and you leave a job or whatever, somebody can always refer you for an opening when it comes up. Like, and they wanna hire from within anyway before they go outside and hire other people. So like there's an employee referral thing. So if you got a whole bunch of people referring you to this for this thing, then for this job, then you most likely gonna get it. Like
That's something I've learned, especially the tip on talking to the people whose spot you eventually want to be in. Cause that's how I look at it, right? Like right now I'm in retail. Granted, I'm in the cannabis industry, but I'm in retail at the end of the day as far as like my day-to-day shit. But like I look at like I'm a store manager. So I look at my area manager, which is like a district manager or whatever. I'm like, okay, like literally, if I could ask this nigga, I would ask this nigga, yo, what can I do to get your spot? And then I
Yeah.
explained that to the people under me, like, look, this is where I'm going. So I need y'all to know my plan so y'all know where y'all fall in at. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to get this nigga's job. So somebody needs to be able to fill my job. And then somebody here needs to fill that job type shit. So I definitely feel you
Yeah.
on that tip. What's going on next time? How you feeling? How you feeling?
No, I'm trying to pick up some game, bro.
I was going to ask you. I was going to chime it in because you also in the you're also on the more career side of things. You like how's your current position at right now? Like, but outside of school, because I don't think that was connected to school at all, was it? You getting the director position?
Nah, it was excuse me, y'all got my finger in my mouth on the podcast. I'm wilding.
Wow.
Pause. But nah, I'm just directing the play on the bell. And it's like a real life job versus a dream job, you know what I mean? It's in your dream field, but it ain't what you thought you was gonna be doing when you got the job, you know what I mean? Like it's one
Yeah.
of those types of jobs. But you can live off of it. And this is where people who do the job, freelance work, this is the people who do it on a day-to-day basis. They end up doing stuff like this.
Okay.
It's
Do you
dope. I mean,
and I remember you telling me that you didn't necessarily think you would get it, or you applied for a lower position than the one that you got at the same time as applying for the position you really wanted. Tell us a little bit about that.
like they were hiring for an assistant director before they were hiring actors. So I figured I for sure would get an acting job if I applied for the assistant directing job. I went to the interview for the assistant directing job and then got the job. And so, yeah, so now that's why I've been assistant directing the play for the last. Our last show is actually 2 days from when we're recording this, but it'll be over with by the time this whole drop. So,
And how's that process been? Like, what is it a little bit about what you do? What the fuck does it mean to be a director?
it means I got to put my niggas on. Shout out to Justin. He been on the podcast. I got him a job, his first acting job ever. So it's just like little shit like that. I got the boss people around. No, not for real. But like I was just able to help out the director and do what's needed.
I mean, yeah, you're in more of a leadership role. Like being a leader is a lot different than being just a part of a team. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you take it like doing something like that versus like something like our shows or our events to where it's like you're more like is we're all a team spirit versus you're kind of more the nigga directing things.
I don't know. It's like even there, even here, it's just got to be a star in your role. If it's time for you to step up and be louder, then be louder. Move up, move up. That's what we call it in the theater world. You either got to move up and listening or move up and speaking. Probably more than likely is listening. You know what I'm saying? Very often do people
Niggas
need to
don't know
move
how
up
to
and
listen.
speaking. Yeah.
Niggas don't know how to listen at all.
Or just make room for the listen. Like you can get your point across, but after you get your point across, be like, hey, what was your point? Like if you feel like you got to get it out, like, oh, I need to say this.
Right.
Say it, but then after you get done, let's make sure we get the other side out.
I feel that. That's something I could definitely attest to. I've been recently, I didn't get to go to the event, nothing like that, but I've been working with Kentucky Industry, and I've been trying to get closer to Presley. He's the dude who basically owns it and stuff like that. That's his brand and shit like that. And I've kind of had to take in the back seat because at first I was pissed because these niggas never DM me back and shit. Like I put in the whole application, everything, and that was like a couple months ago. They finally get back to me. I get put in the group chat, and I had to basically humble myself because here I am, like not saying that I don't deserve to talk to the nigga that's over the shit, but I felt a little bit weird being in the group chat with like the influence stuff like that because it's like if I explain what I do or if I explain my intentions, it sounds like it literally sounds like I'm just in here to pick up the game and leave, right? Like everybody going through and introducing themselves. Yo, my name's Ashley. I just put pictures on Instagram, you know, but I just want to be a part, you know, like not saying those are lower level people, but like going from that to yo, my name is DJ. I'm the founder of Ali Entertainment. We actually do our own line of live events. Da 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 da. We do artist management, all that shit. And then niggas is looking at me like, nigga, what you doing here? And I'm like, the same thing y'all trying to do. I'm trying to meet some niggas. I'm trying to network. You know what I'm saying? But it just feels weird. So I kind of had to humble myself in that regard and just listen. And I've learned a lot. Shout out to Presley.
Nah,
Shout out to
bro.
Kentucky Industry. Shout out to Industry Global. If y'all feel like I'm poaching off y'all, I'm not. I promise. I'm a big fan.
Nah, but like Hennessy is in every bar, my nigga. But Hennessy has their own bars. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my bad. Do say. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it, you know what I'm saying? Like, Ciroc is a thing, bro. It's everywhere, but you can have your own shit and be everywhere at the same time, bro.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a weird spot to be in because I was showing you at that I didn't know if bro was talking to me or if he just took my opportunity, like my example, to just go ahead and reiterate it with the new group chat or whatever. But basically it was like we in a group chat full of 30, 40, 50 people, bro. And this is like, I'm like, damn, that's a lot of influence. That's a lot of people. So like my first instinct is to be like, yo, everybody follow me. I'll follow you back. Da, 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 da. Or like, see, what do you do? What do you do? Type shit. But like, he made it very clear that, yo, if you're in other group chats planning shits around the city, you can't be in this group chat. Just off of like, he's open to work with other brands. And if you do the same shit, that's cool. But like, you're not finna just get all my sauce type shit. And like, we're not gonna compete against each other and you over here in my huddle. You know what I'm saying? If we the Lakers and we playing the Warriors, if Steph Curry is sitting over there in our huddle, you know what I'm saying? But he's on our team, quote unquote, that's not gonna work. So I
But
didn't.
see,
No, go ahead.
the thing is, like, it'd be fine though if all of them was working together. Like, if it went, all right, Monday we all go here, Tuesday we all go here, Wednesday we all go here, Thursday we all go here.
And see, that's my agenda too, right? I'm not just trying. That's why I know for sure I'm not just trying to like steal the sauce or nothing like that. I would love to collab. I would love if Ali Entertainment and Kentucky Industry could come together on the show, you know?
For sure. And it's crazy though, but like, if we could come together to party, we probably would come together to do a lot of other shit that's more important than partying. Yeah.
So
now that I think about it, so let
you
me
feel me? Like I'm on that type of time because him specifically, right? He works in Atlanta. He works for a whole media group type shit called Get Engaged Media. I need to tap y'all into that type shit. But he's like he's basically like a project manager to where like if a certain project comes to the table for that media group, he basically gets tasked for it, and then he has his little team and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure. Presley, if you're watching this, even though you're probably not, don't quote me. But yeah, he does that, and then he goes back and forth between there and Miami, and then he obviously comes back to Louisville type shit. But like, bruh's doing a lot from not outside the city. Like, if I looked at like where I want to be and the shit that I was trying to do, I'm looking at him as like, okay, he's where I'm trying to be at, type shit. Like, that's definitely the next level, especially the level of influence that he has. To me, bro, getting 50 niggas in a group chat to act on one accord is like amazing, because we be struggling with us three. You know what I'm saying? We be struggling. But that was what I was thinking too. We doing a lot with three niggas making the main decisions where we're having like whole discussions on themes and shit like that.
That's the difference, bro, between having a room full of leaders and a room full of followers, bro.
I feel that.
And how many times I done had this conversation where I done been around label niggas and meeting people, and they be like, yo, you got all the talent, but you here by yourself. If you had 6 other niggas with you, or if you was doing this, that, and the third, I'm like, I don't hang around or have a bunch of niggas that just want to follow and just be around for the be around.
Yeah, they got cut off a year ago.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
a few years ago. Yeah.
I got niggas who are trying to achieve and accomplish their own goals, their own missions. And sometimes my plans ain't in their plans. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
I will say this though, with our group specifically, especially like fucking with like y'all niggas, right? Like when you was telling me about you got a band and shit like that. Like what I like is, bro, we don't gotta talk, even though we do talk damn near every day. I can not talk to you for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, bro. And the next time I talk to you, you're gonna come with me with some type of news. You're gonna have some type of progress. We can always talk about what niggas is doing. And to me, that's so fucking inspirational, bro. Like, I hate talking to niggas that are doing the same shit, bro. Like, I hate, bro. Now, no matter what I call you, or like, no matter when I talk to you, bro, whether it's 2 days in a row or like a year in between, bro, if you doing the same shit, bro, that pisses me off. It makes me mad. And it's like nothing against you, that's cool, but like, you're not helping me, and I'm not being selfish. But at the same time, I personally feel like I add a lot of value, especially if we into the same shit. So if you can't do that for me, then I don't need to be around you, bro. I feel like the dumbest nigga whenever we have group chats, whenever we talk, and that's how I feel like it's supposed to be. I feel like I know the least. That's what's cool about taking that step back and just being humble with it. Just joining shit up, like that 60 network attainment shit that I sent you, Lilo. I signed up for that shit too. I put in my application, and I sent a DM asking what can I do to further my application type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like any type of network and any type of like connections that we can make.
Your boy,
I'm with it.
I trained my boy well, man.
Got you, bro. I mean, that was part of it too, bro. Because even though
I
you
got
got
coach doing that shit now too. He DMing motherfuckers talking about, hey.
If there is any nigga that I feel like was talented enough that if they just got out there like that, it'd be this nigga, bro. Because considering he's still on his first camera, dog, like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You were supposed to been on both y'all niggas, really, but you strategic. You going on your own terms. I feel like this nigga, if he would have been consistently like since like the far shit, like from that era on, if he would have been consistently on his camera shit, he would have been somewhere by now, for sure.
Consistency is key, man.
And
Hey,
that's what it is.
We got any pop culture topics, nigga? I want to talk about something that happened in the industry.
I have something I want to bring up.
What happened?
So we know this whole Drake released his album, whatever.
I was hoping you was going there.
And then Beyonce released her single, Break My Soul, right? Which I didn't listen to Drake's whole album. I listened to a few of them. I don't think the songs were horrible. I think Beyonce's single was decent. I liked it a little bit. But what bothers me the most is that one, niggas trying to get on the house music wave and not getting people who know how to make fucking house music to help them with the shit. Like it sounded like Drake shit was he made house music from memory. Like it doesn't sound like you actually knew what you were doing. And it sounded like he was trying to put a Drake spin on house music, and you weren't even able to copy the original correctly. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, again, I'm not hating on it because I think it sounds cool for a little club vibe, whatever. But it also sparked this conversation of people talking about why do we need to bring house music back, blah, blah, blah. And this motherfuckers that don't even know what house music is talking about fucking house music. I had this nigga tell me that we don't need to bring house music back. And he talking about artists that I think about for house music is Michael Jackson, Prince, and Shaka Khan. When has any of the three of them, when have they ever made house music? It's like, tell me you're from the suburbs without telling me you from the suburbs, bro.
Was
like,
it
what
white?
the fuck do you mean? No.
He
just from the suburbs, and he's been around white people his whole life. And I'm just like,
man.
You think
he said Michael Jackson,
Prince, and
Shaka Khan
for house music.
Does he think house music is disco?
That's what I'm saying. That's what people think. They think house music is disco. That's what I'm trying to say. It's fucking different. The fuck is wrong with y'all?
But what I can see is disco coming back.
Yes. I think to make a comeback.
Hey, look at wait. Let's look at Ali's face.
I mean, it's not a
goes
bad take.
this goes on its way back, bro. We could do house music like this.
I will say, you know who makes fuego house music though? Like fuego. It's
Hmm.
kind of sample heavy, but it's kind of fire. That nigga Leon. Have you talked to that nigga lately? Have you listened to that shit? You checked in on any of that shit?
Leon,
Leon.
I get you.
the
Leon.
I
artist Leon that we
however,
know from Louisville.
The artist Leon that we know from Louisville.
Okay, I'll check it out.
I've heard some of his stuff. I don't know if I would call it house all the way.
It was self-proclaimed house, and he makes different shit. So we got like there's a specific track that I'm thinking of. So maybe I'll have to play that. But it's definitely got like that vibe, like kind of like on some chill lo-fi, some chill hop type of thing. Some shit you would hear like in Hollister or something like that. You know what I'm saying? To me,
I
I
do
think a
think
house
he's
like
talented though.
nice written. Yeah, he's been producing and shit like that for a grip. He
Yeah,
started in
I
the
do
church and
think
shit
he's
like that.
talented. Definitely, he's definitely talented.
Who would you consider a house artist?
I wouldn't consider anybody a house artist because it ain't none out. Be honest, like I will say Kanye has touched house before, and that's another thing I wanted to ask y'all. Do y'all think "Fade" by Kanye is house music?
I can feel it fade.
Yeah, because I definitely think that is house music because it fucking is. That's exactly what house music is. Next time, what do you think?
I think that all that shit is hip hop.
Oh god.
So
Oh god. Here we go. We made it 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Here we go.
hot take, spicy, coming in
Boom,
hot,
coming at you.
coming in hot. Okay, EDM, house music, go go. I take that back. EDM and house. I'm not gonna put go go in it. EDM and house music is hip hop without the lyrics.
Okay.
It's less lyrics, more bass,
More
and like
production.
more production. Like it's just being turned up. So I've been saying for a long time, I want to rap over EDM beats. Pusha T raps over EDM beats. 2 Chainz been rapping over EDM beats. Justin Bieber got EDM beats. It's not uncommon. Like niggas been doing this shit for a while. They'll give you 3 words, the producer take them 3 words, loop it up, and then put a crazy drop in behind it.
And see, I always considered that like that specific technique that you just mentioned as dubstep. I
Yeah,
looked at
that's what
I look
EDM is.
I looked
Same
at I
shit.
looked at EDM as like the big category though, because
I
electronic
can't.
dance music, I think of house, I think of dubstep, but I don't think of that under EDM versus like, you know what I'm saying, house being different from EDM. Like to me, I think of EDM, electronic dance music. Okay, that's like that includes dubstep, trap, not like trap
House.
rap, but
Okay.
like trap music, like trap, like not trap music like how we think it of, but like there's a genre of trap.
I
Like
know what
there's
you mean.
dubstep, yeah,
I know
that
what you
type of
mean.
vibe. So house music, I think of that as like how lo-fi is to hip hop. That's kind of how I think
Yes.
of house to EDM. I always thought of
Lo-fi
EDM.
is a type of EDM too. I would put lo-fi in the EDM category. It would be the R&B of the EDM. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
but do
I
Like,
you
gotta tweet
think
that.
because you still didn't answer my question?
you do need to tweet that. What's the question though, Lilo? So I can answer it clearly.
Is "Fade" house music? Don't say it's just all hip hop because that's not what I asked.
Fade by Kanye West on the Life of
I know
Pablo.
what you're talking about. I feel the fade. No one else around me. Yeah. Or go go.
Exactly. That's all I wanted.
Go
Because
go.
that clearly didn't know no fucking house music said that shit wasn't house music. And I'm like, yeah, I don't have anything else to say to you.
No, but if you're not
Fed
hip
up.
to the culture, then you're not gonna understand what the fuck Drake did, which is why I call him a fucking troll. Like, you know, everybody in the world is expecting you to rap about 1 or 2 niggas, Pusha T or Kendrick Lamar, especially in this fucking climate and time period. But instead of rapping about these two niggas, you gave me this EDM, fruity pebble ass, you know what I'm saying, house go Vogue music, which is fucking fire. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I
If
gotta
you
listen
like
to
that
it.
kind of shit. But if you're not into that kind of shit and you came expecting him to talk about anything which is the climate of what he should be talking about, then you're gonna be pissed off when you go listen to this album.
I can't see why niggas is mad at Drake for switching it up, right?
No,
'Cause
we're not mad at Drake for switching it up. It's
these
just
niggas
nigga,
just
we
think
been
it's bad. Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
they
the
just
music's
don't like
not
that.
bad. They don't know what they're listening to.
Exactly.
Oh, so it's more of a take on the people rather than Drake.
Yes.
Okay. Because
No,
I was like,
because
I don't understand why. Like, I don't understand like
the
where the
slights,
hate for Drake is coming from.
the slight still has to go to the artist because he decided to switch it up.
So niggas are upset at the switch up, but it's because
Yeah,
of the switch up. Niggas don't understand.
exactly.
Okay. See,
And it's also that bullshit to where Drake can do no wrong. So niggas, there's a group of niggas that's gonna argue that this is the best Drake shit they've ever heard, or they love this Drake album, but don't know what the fuck they're listening to. And then there's gonna be a group of people who say this shit is ass and don't know what the fuck they're listening to. When there's a fine line in the middle where this is a decent album, but this isn't Drake's lane, which
yeah,
is where I think Lilo is. I'm not speaking for you, but like,
I gotta listen to it because I agree with the take. Without listening to it, I agree with the take of you saying that this is like the R&B tape that niggas been wanting Drake to make, but he's just now making it. I agree with
yes,
that take, but I also agree with right. So peep the scenery, right? He just signed his new deal. Certified Lover Boy was his last deal with Warner. So he re-signed Warner for $500 million or whatever that deal was. This is the first album off of it. So I think it's for at least 5 albums type shit. So he went ahead and threw it on there because Certified Lover Boy is still hot. Niggas is still playing Way Too Sexy and shit like that. And then so the conspiracy on the cover arts, right? He was pregnant on the last album, but 9 months later he drops Honestly Nevermind. So that was a thing too, that this was already in the works. So it wasn't like on the spur of the moment thing. You know what I'm saying? He at least had this been on the radar.
I
So
mean,
regardless of what niggas think.
an album can't be spur of the moment for real anyway. But
Yeah.
I do feel like when it comes to music, and it's not just Drake, so I'm not saying Drake himself specifically, but like it seems as though people like to take shit and not really pay homage to the people that you got it from. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
know I don't have to.
Why not?
you
nigga?
don't. But
Nah,
at
Right,
the end of
why
the
not?
day, if you're gonna try to make something that is not really what's popping right now and dedicate it to a motherfucker that's from Chicago and then don't use anybody from fucking Chicago, then what the fuck was the point?
no, I don't have to shout them niggas out. I just don't
You ain't
gotta
gotta
do.
shout nobody out. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm talking about your production. You
If I
don't
don't
have
want
to
to
say
reach out to
nobody's
anybody,
name.
if I don't want to reach out from anybody who's a founder
You
or
don't, but
creator,
that's not what I'm telling. I'm not saying he has to do that. I'm saying if you had, it may have been a better turnaround, is what I'm saying.
turn around for who?
People who listen to it.
Okay, so I'm just to be the contrary. I don't. If he gets these productions, does he sell more records? Is that what you're saying, or is the criticism less? Because I feel like if I'm Drake, the criticism comes either way it goes. And I don't know if the sales dropped or would increase. Maybe you know. That's why I'm asking if you know something I don't. But would these producers that you're talking about, because I'm not hip to the scene, would these producers had made the sales or made the album so much better that it would have been more critically acclaimed, or would he have still suffered the same bullshit he going through right now?
It would be more critically acclaimed. These are
From
critically acclaimed producers that made this shit, and you will have more whatever that it will be. Think about drill music. All that shit comes from Finito by Chief Keef. Everybody used that as their blueprint, and then they do something else around it. You
Yeah,
could do
but
shit like that.
if I'm a nigga from Florida who wants to start making drill music and I never call Chief Keef, that
That's
doesn't
not,
mean
bro. That's not what I'm trying
or
to
Chief
say.
Keef's producer.
Listen.
All right,
Just
I'm
listen
listening.
a second, okay? Use something that was made by the people that started it first. I'm not saying go call up the niggas who made it. At least use them as a fucking starting point. The way niggas use finito as a starting point to make drill music. I'm not saying go hit up the nigga on the phone. Oh, you should have talked to Kanye, or you should have talked to this motherfucker. You could have at least used some other type of something for your blueprint.
So are you saying he should have done more research?
Yes.
Okay.
See, I
What
feel
if
like Drake is so much on the island, bro. I don't think like, cause like we kind of like not us, but like the culture kind of had a like a similar situation with the whole world like dance hall shit. Niggas is really confused, but I feel like to what Lilo's saying at least at that time he was working with certain artists or like he had
That's what
like
I'm saying.
the direct
Exactly.
influence from
When
that
he
type of
started
music
using
on
that
there.
fake ass accents, it was
It was
because
real
he
because
was
he was around
around
the
niggas that
real
had that
Dondadas.
accent.
He right, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
Because he was around the real Don Dadas. So I guess
Exactly.
even then, when it comes to the acclaim part, if what niggas is feeling like they just don't get it, at least they'll be able to be educated because so and so was like involved with it, or this producer was did it, or like something, or I feel you. I still feel like I feel like what next time I'm saying is like he still would have got shit either way. I don't know how it sells what it did because he's
Because
Drake.
you're
Like I
Drake
said,
and niggas, you annoy niggas. Like, yeah, you're gonna get something regardless, but shit.
yeah, I had to
and see,
argue with
I
one
feel
of my
like
homeboys about that because he was one of the. It was like he really was like convinced that Certified Lover Boy was a better album than Donda, and I was like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
what are we like? It was because he's a Drake stan. Drake's his number one favorite rapper. Like if he had to name top three rappers, Drake, Aubrey Graham, and Jimmy from Degrassi type
I'm
nigga.
screaming.
Like that's what this type of nigga is. So he's one of them that you said next time that it don't matter. They just gonna go ahead and it is what it is. But I was like, cuz, what are we talking about? Like I went and listened to Certified Lover Boy for this nigga just to really see like what are you talking about? I'm like, bro, what do you consider a good album, bro? Because one is if we're
A
talking about
Drake album.
a complete project, like, is that what we talking about, bro? This is not the same thing. We're not in the same. He was like, but it sold better. I was like, that don't got shit to do with it objectively, really. Like, cause if we talking objectively, then we gonna have to put our own subjective thoughts on it. If you talking about numbers, okay, cool. I feel like Donda sold better across the world as well. Like, like, at first week in the U.S. it wasn't as much as Drake, but either way, I just feel like Donda was a way better project than Certified Lover Boy. I'm not saying there wasn't better songs on either one of them, because if we're talking about hits, then it's kind of hard to beat Drake at all. But I was just arguing with this nigga about that shit.
I
I just
just
feel like, go ahead.
I mean that motherfucker. I don't know. It's spooky hours. Like if he if he called him or like the research you're saying he should have done, Lilo, I felt like he did. Cause I don't think he makes this album without doing the research. Like the motherfucker's calculated. He's very meticulous. Like he waited exactly 9 months to drop the album. I don't think he makes this kind of album without doing that kind of research or making sure that, you know what I'm saying, whatever that is happens.
It doesn't sound like it.
It might have been the case of he's a fan, bro. He probably like been. This is probably the type of shit that Drake like. That's the type of music that Drake listens to at like around
And
the
it might
house.
be.
Like
That's
maybe
okay.
he's such a fan that where like maybe he didn't feel like he necessarily did. But I also feel where you coming to next time. I mean, that nigga has endless resources. Like who's not picking up the phone for Drake? So I'm sure he talked to somebody at some point about something, or like he had something to do with that. But it may not have been as recent as when he was making the album.
I
He
bet if
might
we
just be a
read the
fan.
credits, I bet if we read the credits and really did some research, we'd be like, oh no, this nigga's actually that nigga from here and such and such. He did this track. Like, I bet we would be impressed and be like, oh, actually, he did do that. But what I'm saying is like, at no point in time, this isn't the album the people wanted. Nobody asked for this. That's the fucking issue. You get what I'm saying? Nobody in their mama asked for this fucking album, Drake. And you know that.
Yeah,
So
that's where the situation comes in. Hey, bro, he went ahead and got one of these albums off his deal, fresh off the deal. He's still hot, you know what I'm saying? He's still just freshly outside, bro. Might as well, fuck it. Might as well, bro.
But then you capped us out and made it seem like, oh, this is the album we want. You know what album we want, Drake.
Niggas start
Right.
beef
He
for album
told us
promo,
what's the
bro.
name. I can't even lie. Tell me honestly, never mind. Fuck
Oh
you.
my
You seen the merch? You seen the
He's
merch?
even
The
Yes.
merch.
Lilo,
Jesus.
I didn't even put that together. I didn't even put that
Yes.
together.
The merch says it's got the font from if you're reading this is too late, but it says if you're reading this, comma, honestly never
Honestly,
mind.
never mind. And then it got on the back like his old projects, and it was like, I like your old stuff better or something like that.
Right. I like the old Drake better. So that's
which I
like
think is
seeing that made me think of the take that you had. You was talking about this might be that sing-songy, like that's like what if Drake had went all the way with the R&B shit? Like what would that sound like?
This is the Drake we wanted right after So Far Gone. This is the Drake we thought we were gonna get. This is the R&B Drake when he first entered the game and everybody was like, bro, shut your singing ass up. Because niggas forget that Future used to sound like T-Pain and niggas forget that niggas hated Drake, okay? That was a point in time where Drake was not that nigga, bro. It was like, who likes this R&B singing ass nigga all the time? You the best.
I was just gonna bring that up. I'm not
best.
gonna lie, I like that
Come
though. I fuck with
on.
that. Cause like I was a
Yeah, but
Degrassi fan,
you
right?
went
Yeah, I know.
you.
Listen.
I'm talking about real niggas thought Drake was a bitch ass nigga, bro. And I can tell you when it changed. When that motherfucker dropped that mixtape that had that I'm a legend. Oh my god. Oh
That's
my
if you're
god.
reading this is too late.
If is it that album? If it's you're reading this too late, right before that. Was that before the Future tape or after the Future tape?
That was around the same time.
That's before the Future tape too. So that's what I'm saying. He was on a little fucking tear where he was rapping on everybody's shit, giving them niggas that shit on them features. Cause he had that came up on it. Bruh, motherfucker was going on a rampage, bruh. That's when Drake became, oh no, this is Super Saiyan. This nigga is a real gangster, and we know he can sing. Is there a bitch writing for him? Remember when everybody thought a girl was writing for Drake?
girls damn near do right for that nigga. They said he be having conversations with girls and then use everything they say in his lyrics.
Hey,
They do be writing for his ass.
I mean, no, that's inspiration. There's a difference between inspiration.
Nigga, if you was using exactly what I said in your song, that is right. That is my writer's credit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, but you said it to me in the message. You didn't send it like you was trying. You was talking
No,
to me.
he
You wasn't
sits
talking to
and
the
have
track.
face-to-face conversations with bitches and use what they say in his songs. Bro.
Yeah, on me, I have to do with a notebook. That's
kind of
genius.
Yeah, that's kind of
I don't think it's bad, but
as
shit,
a
that's been
nigga, I would have never thought to do some shit like that. That's dangerous.
That's cool. Like I'm not against it, but that's been writing.
But Yachty wrote Act Up.
Huh?
I said, but Yachty wrote Act Up.
Hey,
and you can tell that nigga wrote that shit.
No,
it's only till afterwards, right? Because I didn't. Well, I mean,
I had no
Snipes on my ass, so they call this pussy Tigger.
Yeah,
that's a very little Yachty.
Let me tell you,
but like all of them got the bars. QC sounds the same, bro.
For a fucking Fendi fact, I was like, yo, the city girls are about to take over the fucking world. Because they had before that, remember they had the song where they was in the courtroom and they was going crazy right before that shit. And then that song dropped. And I was like, nah, this bitch JT can spit. Like, you understand, bro? I was like, nah, these bitches can rap. And that bit came in that bit so hard, real ass bit give fuck about a nigga. Whew, gave a nigga chills.
You telling me you don't hear Lil Yachty voice on that?
I didn't hear it until Little Yachty
It's not until he said it, bruh. As a nigga, bruh.
he said, and and he wasn't supposed to say it. It was an accident. Remember, he was just talking too much in the interview. And then when niggas found out Lil Yachty wrote that shit, they was like, "Yo, get a bag, nigga." Like,
No,
niggas
it
love
makes
that
sense.
shit.
I
made
hear it
so
afterwards.
much sense.
Let's talk about Yachty though. So is he not like
That
is he
that
not a
nigga.
goat, bruh? Is he not a young legend in our faces right now?
What I say is nobody from his freshman class and academics was talking about that because he said Little Uzi called him or Little Uzi's team called him and asked should he do the double XL cover the year he did it. And he said you should only do it if the niggas of your actual peers do it. And so apparently that camp called around and see who all was going to say yes. And if everybody decided to say yes, they all was going to do it, which is why they ended up in the cipher together. 21 Savage, Kodak Black, Lil Yachty, Little Uzi, and somehow Denzel Curry got in the fucking room. And
Denzel Curry's hard, no slander.
Hey, I'm slandering Curry because he's not supposed to be in that cipher. He's supposed to be in a different room.
Why
He's the
not?
only thing because he's not supposed to be in that room, bro.
That was the room though, bro. That was it, bro. That was it. Cause I don't remember the second part.
He's still here with them niggas, but no, Little Dicky, Anderson .Paak, and Designer was in the room. That's where Denzel Curry should have been.
Man, fuck no.
Hell yes.
Cause the only one I liked out of that one was Dicky. And I'm pretty sure that was already
exactly
released. That wasn't even
so. Imagine if Denzel Curry goes in there and he out raps Little Dicky. He looks different as opposed to being the wackest nigga. He was the wackest nigga in the other room. And he
might have had the wackest verse. He wasn't the wackest nigga.
Who's the wackest nigga in that room?
Who's the wackest nigga in that room?
Right now. Lilo, who is the wackest nigga out of Denzel Curry, 21 Savage, Little Uzi Vert, Little Yachty?
Kodak.
Oh, Kodak Black.
Yeah.
Kodak Black is a fucking legend, bro. Submitted in history. 21 Savage. Submitted in history. Kodak Black is a top 5 Florida rapper.
Well, who the fuck else from Florida?
Exactly. Top 5 Florida. Rick Ross. Think about it. It's some niggas now. It's some
Rick
niggas
Ross,
now.
Flo Rida. There's a lot of niggas from Miami.
It's a lot of niggas from Florida. Kodak Black is a top 5.
He definitely top 5 for Florida.
He's a top 5 Florida rapper.
I thought you overall. I was gonna hang up.
No, not overall. In Florida though. Like submitted legend out of Florida.
Denzel Curry might be the wackest out of that, but everybody in that room still is going, bro. Like including Denzel Curry.
Facts.
So like my nigga, if you the weakest starting 5 on the best starting 5 in the league, are you really weak, bro? Is what I'm trying to get at. Like,
all right, but let me put it like this. All right, let's go into the other room. Let's go into the room I want to put him in. Because he's not the room that I want to put him in. There's no slouches.
If he gets put in there, then he's in the weak nigga room.
No, he's not, bro. He's in the sleeper room.
It's better to be a small. It's better to be It's not the greatest to be a big fish in a small pool, bro.
Who is? Let me ask you this question then, real quick. All right. Who would you rather be, Lil Yachty or Anderson .Paak?
Right now.
I
Yachty.
I don't know.
If I gave a fuck about music more, I would be Anderson .Paak.
You low key tripping a little bit.
Why? Like, what are we basing off of? I fuck with y'all. I'm not saying like who's more musically talented or anything like that.
Who got more money in their pocket?
Whose life would I trade with? I'd probably trade with you. I'll probably fuck with Yachty, bro.
Was crazy. All right, who
what are you asking? What are you asking? Who I think got more money? Yachty or Pac? Anderson .Paak? Yachty.
You're tripping.
No.
Where does Anderson .Paak get his money off of besides music?
This nigga drums for everybody.
So music.
He played the drums at the Super Bowl. This
Does
past
he make
Super
more
Bowl.
money? Does he make more money playing the drums than Yachty got for Ha Ha too?
Man, he ain't make that much goddamn money off that movie.
Starring leading role and what could have been
This
a
is
hood
let me
classic if
tell
it
you
was good.
the difference.
He
Let me
ain't get
tell you
no
the
bag.
difference.
He ain't get no
Let me
bag.
tell you the difference.
Bro,
He got more.
Anderson .Paak.
Anderson .Paak make more money drumming than Sprite.
if you drummed for
Yes.
Dr. Dre,
You know
nigga,
why?
what do
You
you
know
mean?
why?
I don't think
It
so, bro.
Lil
This
You're gonna have to
nigga
Yachty-
look
drummed
that
for
up.
Prince. What are you talking
You're gonna have
about,
to
bro?
show me, bro. I very much believe Yachty. He spends a lot of money, but I feel like he's made a lot
I'm
more
not
money,
saying
bro.
Yachty ain't got the money. And then he got a #1 album with Bruno Mars. Did you forget that? And then they just won hella Grammys off that shit. Like he got a
How
lot
much
going
money do you
on
get from the
right now.
Grammys?
What I'm saying is,
If we
what I
talking about
think.
money, who got more money? Who has more capital? I'm pretty sure Yachty's up there,
No,
bro.
this is what it is. Little Yachty may get more checks, but by the time he split up that money, because I honestly think Little Yachty's in a 360 deal or was in a 360 deal at some point. Because I ain't seen many Sprite commercials lately, my nigga. I ain't seen many Lacoste.
You
Time
only
out.
need one, bro.
Time
No,
out.
you
Time
don't.
out. Listen, time out. Pause. Let me finish. The difference is if I only get one Sprite check and I gotta split it with a nigga, it's different than getting a continuous Sprite check. You know who's still getting Sprite checks and don't gotta split it with a motherfucker? Shelly, formerly known as Drum. That new Cranberry song you hear every year, the Cranberry new song, the new Sprite song. He
Yeah.
writes the motherfuckers and gets the check from them. As opposed to a Little Yachty, let me land. As opposed to a Little Yachty, who when he get a check, he has to split it with his label, his manager, this person, that person, that person. Because
You don't
I
know that
believe
for a fact, bro.
I do not know that for a fact, but I do believe he was in a 360 deal. I don't think he might be in. I don't think he's in a 360 deal anymore. But I also don't see as many sponsorships anymore. All I see is him dropping a lot of music and a lot of videos that he's shooting himself, that he's promoting himself, that his label's not really doing shit behind, which is shows me that he ain't getting as much money or support from the fucking label. He doing that shit himself, which is nothing wrong. But if we're talking about checks from music, Anderson .Paak's getting more bags off that shit. Maybe way more bags off that shit.
You would have to show me some receipts for both of these niggas. But if we talking about total, regardless of music included or not, bro, you're not finna convince me that Anderson .Paak is getting more money than Yachty or has got more money than Yachty. Does he have a longer lasting career in musicality? Yes. Has he probably gotten a real big bag off of music? Yes. Do I think just music to music, like how much money? I still think Yachty's up there, cause like y'all really sleeping on this nigga Yachty's bag, label
We're
or
not
not.
think
sleeping.
Anderson-
And if
You
he's doing,
sleeping on Anderson .Paak, bro.
and
That's what it is.
I might be. I'm gonna need
That's what
receipts
it
for
is.
both of them for that. But I will say though, if Yachty is doing, you can't say he's making less money if he's doing more shit on his own, because that shit costs money. That means that he now has enough money to do the shit himself. So then he reaps the benefits that much more.
But
Not
the shit
necessarily.
Yachty's just now doing, Anderson .Paak has been doing since. You got to think Anderson .Paak was with George Watsky, my nigga. Do you know who George Watsky even is? It's a white boy that used to rap with Still Wool. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, and George Watsky was on Def Poetry Jam. That's how far back that nigga go. So what I'm saying is,
how much money did that nigga get from? Because that sounds good. If we talking about numbers,
Man,
bro,
let me
that shit
just go
sound
ahead and
good.
look up the net worth then.
That shit ain't even accurate. Because I feel like if
how the fuck I'm gonna give you receipts then?
I'm just saying, bro.
hey, can we get the net worth, Lilo?
If we going on speculation, like there's no way y'all can like niggas can be cold in music. Niggas got legacy. That don't mean them niggas is getting the check. The check off music that niggas is able to get now, whether it's coming through their label or whatever, it's way different than what niggas was getting like paid.
All right, let me ask you this question. I'm going to the next one while Lilo looked that up. Who you think got a higher net worth out of Little Dicky and 21 Savage?
What I think got a higher net worth?
Yeah, who got more money? Counting niggas' pockets. I know that sounds.
I look at net worth different because you count assets and stuff like that. That's why I feel like rappers have the advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because you can count all the liabilities and shit that they have and shit like that. But I feel like who's more wealthy? I would say Dickie. Because I feel like Dickie's portfolio on like some financial shit is big enough not to flaunt.
And the same reason why.
Well, actually, I give it to 21 Savage too, because I know he does a lot of shit behind the scenes. I know he has like a pilot school, or he's been trying to do some shit like that. He's probably investing in real estate, but Lil Dicky's Jewish, bro. Like, you're
Lil
not
Dicky
fucking with
getting
them
the
that bad.
bag, but Lil Dicky signed to Scooter Braun.
So is Justin Bieber.
Yeah, when you sign to a nigga like that, bro, you in the 360.
So you don't think Lil Dicky's getting money, bro? You don't think he's like, because he has some shit out that's done numbers too, and he really ain't put shit out for real.
I get what you're saying,
and
bro.
and if that's the case, anything outside of music that he's done, all his like movies and shit like that, well, not movies,
So
but
are
like
you going
TV,
with 21 Savage or you going with Lil Dicky? Who you pick?
I do it for the culture, 21 Savage.
I think it's 21 Savage too, bro.
Especially if we talking about net worth, then yeah, definitely probably 21 Savage. 21 Savage has more things of value probably, but I feel like business wise, Lil Dicky's probably way more set up than 21.
All right, so we put Denzel Curry in the room with Anderson .Paak and Little Dicky and Designer, who we not even gonna fucking mention. Tell me he's not the leading star in the room now.
No, because Pac went hard too.
I don't think so, bro.
All these websites say something different.
Everybody got a
what?
different number. Everybody got a
Yes,
different
everybody
number.
got a different number.
That's why you can't go off net worth. But
what am I supposed to go off of then?
I'm saying I need to see receipts, as in we're not gonna have. It's a rhetorical question. Like, we're never gonna have an exact answer. If we're going off opinions, my personal opinion in that situation is definitely skewed in the other direction. I don't think like I don't think it's to me, because I wouldn't know, I would think it's close. I'm gonna put it in favor of Yachty because I know more about the shit that he's done. I very much feel like musically, Anderson .Paak is obviously clearly more talented than this nigga. But the bad that this nigga Yachty has gotten out music and therefore endorsements, sports, and like all that shit, including a movie or two, like he's got a couple acting credits on top of the residuals he may be getting from other shit. Like, I think like niggas out there ghostwriting. You know what I'm saying? He's got hits that are not under his name. I think Yachty really got a bag, y'all. Like, I really like.
But we trying to tell you, Anderson .Paak got that same shit and had it for a lot longer.
Y'all feel like Anderson .Paak over money than Lil Yachty?
If he don't right now, he's going to.
Okay, I can say he's going to, because that's the thing about longevity, right? You'll be able to like make more music. Like, it's better to have a talent that way rather than just be cool, to be popular.
If he don't already, he's going to.
We can. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I definitely can seeing that being a thing. I'm just thinking like right now, because I was also thinking like Yachty out of that group, bro. He's been the most, maybe not consistent musically, but like he's been straight. Like none of them niggas is really falling off.
Bro,
besides Designer.
Oh my god, bro. Hold on, wait. Time out.
Only nigga that fell off was Designer.
I'm looking at the whole list. Designer's definitely the weakest link, which is so crazy. But damn, is Lil Yachty really the most consistent nigga on the list?
He may not be the most consistent because I feel like
that's his.
You got 21.
He doesn't get any.
21.
No, 21 got hemmed up, and he wasn't consistent.
I was gonna say the same thing about Kodak. And Lil Uzi would have been straight, but he waited 2 years to drop an album.
And then he dropped some bullshit. That album with 30 fucking songs ain't that fucking good.
That's personal opinion, but yeah, I mean, he might be the most consistent.
The mixtape before that's better than that fucking album, bro.
I just think he's not no slouch. He's not no slouch musically. He ain't no. I honestly didn't hear what you said, but say it again.
I said the mixtape he dropped before that album is better than that weak ass album.
You talking about The Boat?
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about Uzi now.
Oh, you talking about Uzi? Which mixtape you talking about? Oh, the mixtape you talking about?
The one that got Neon Guts on it.
Oh
yeah. Love is Rage or something.
Love is Rage 2.
Was that like 2? Yeah.
Love and Rage 2 is way better than whatever the Eternal Key or whatever that shit is.
Eternal Take.
Yeah, that shit is horrible.
I ain't gonna say it's horrible, but the one before that was definitely better.
And then there's 2 versions of Eternal Take now.
The deluxe.
Yeah.
See, yeah, nah, and yeah, bullshit.
And that's another thing I don't get, because back in the CD days, the deluxe came out the same time as the damn regular album. So what is this with people waiting a year or two to drop your deluxe, and you got 3 new songs. Bitch, you could have saved that. We had to wait a year for you to drop 3 new songs.
Well,
and they playing algorithm games.
Some niggas don't wait 3 years. Some niggas wait 3 days.
Or 3 weeks.
You know what I'm saying? But from the way I understand it, the name, since it's basically like an extension of the original album. So streaming wise, Eternal Atake like all comes together. That's the only reason I could think of. Everything.
But any deluxe album has always been that way. It's always been an extended version of the regular album, even when it came out on the same day. Like
it was the same.
I had Beyonce B-Day. I bought the deluxe. You could buy the deluxe or you could buy the regular.
Buy the regular one.
The deluxe was $16. The regular was $10. Like that's how it was, and it was all in the same place at the same time.
So the deluxe counted.
But that deluxe came with a whole movie set. That shit was hard. It was the little foldable book. I got it too.
Yes. The deluxe came with all that shit. You got your little poster, all that.
That shit was hard. It was my granny's. It wasn't mine, but still.
But I guess that makes sense now because everybody's streaming it and like digesting it like pretty much instantly. So it would make sense to drop 2 versions of the same thing. Niggas gonna listen to one or the other versus if you give them one, then you drop another one. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask Lilo this question. She an artist. If you drop a mixtape right now, and then they give you opportunity to add 3 more songs, are you adding 3 more songs to that mixtape, or are you going to drop a 3-song EP?
It depends on how the first mixtape did, and then like I know I'm not gonna wait no 2 years to drop no 3 songs.
What if your first project's that good?
If it's that good and it stands alone, I feel like it don't need a deluxe at this point. If you're not gonna do how niggas did in the CD days. If it stand alone, like I don't think Drake needs to drop no Certified Lover Boy Deluxe. Like,
all right, but all right, let me give you a better example then. SZA dropped Control. I don't know how many years ago. I just heard recently that there's a Control. Classic to this day, certified classic. I just heard that there's a Control Deluxe.
Yes,
I love Control so much that I am scared to go listen to that deluxe.
I listen to it. It's decent. But see, these are all songs that she been teasing for the whole 5 years, though.
Oh, so we've been hearing these songs.
You know that Love Galore alternate version or whatever, where she had her little rap verse is on there. Like these are things she been teasing already. So like we were expecting this, just not 5 years later, but we were still expecting it. I'm talking about the motherfuckers who just drop shit just because. And I mean, I get the algorithm thing and I understand why, but it's just like,
who are you helping?
Niggas, we over it now. Like we don't give a fuck.
And that's the point of dropping it though, is to get you over it.
Right. And then niggas be mad when that shit don't do what it do for real because we don't give a fuck no more.
Well, I mean, this is my thing. When you hold tracks knowing you're going to drop a deluxe, your sequence is now not the same to me. Because I feel like you're holding back part of the album because you know you're going to add these songs
exactly
later.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's different with niggas
all
too.
The way attached.
But and I know where Wiz is finna go. I'm gonna steal your point, nigga. Niggas don't give a fuck about sequencing of their album.
And that's what I hate too. I hate that too.
If you already just dropping a list of songs, it ain't shit to add 2 or 3 to that motherfucker. Because fuck it, why not, right?
And that's the problem right there. That's the issue.
Hey, now we got the problem.
That's why niggas be killing me with
songs
don't
even
albums.
go together.
Like you didn't even think about it. Like you didn't even like this is the order you made these hoes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like that shit kills me, dog.
That bothers the fuck out of me. That bothers
the album's called To Date.
Facts. Facts.
No, they didn't even think about it that much. The album just
think about it. Niggas really do that. If niggas is really going in the studio, niggas is really freestyling 5-10 minutes a song. Niggas really be like, you know, it is album time. When's my due date? When's the deadline? All right, I'm gonna go to the studio the last 2 months. and put this shit together. I'm gonna culminate my whole life. I've been
And
just
that's why
living as a
shit don't be
rapper. Now it's time
lasting
to
no
rap.
more.
Very much so, but I feel like that's a product of the times. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
definitely. It's definitely because of streaming and all of that. But like, it's just crazy how motherfuckers think they finna have this Jay-Z, Kanye, Beyonce type of career off of the shit that they doing. It's like
That's
you
just
got to be a
delusional.
lot
But
more
that's the
strategic
next
with
thing. Don't
shit.
nobody, no artist is in the game just to be an artist no more.
Yeah,
They in the
Like
game
the
to get
ones that
on and try and
the
get
ones
another
that
bag.
the ones that try to are not being talked about in this conversation.
No, they are. Anderson Paak, Denzel Curry.
Who's putting Anderson Paak on the top of anything? Like it's
No,
just
that's a
go ask some
regular
white folk.
conversation.
shit. Anderson Paak is arguably a top 5 nigga in his class on that cover.
I mean, yeah, if we talking about like the music, yeah. Yeah, he's
Nah, I'm
got some
talking
of the
about.
best music out.
Oh no, if it was music, he arguably number 1 on that class. Musicality, there's not a nigga who makes better music than him. I
That's
love
right.
Yachty. I love Savage. I love Denzel Curry. I love all them niggas, Kodak Black and all that. But musically, ain't nobody tying Anderson Paak's shoes in that fucking room. Nobody can play as many instruments. Nobody can do as much. I love them niggas. They say some catchy shit now, but there's a difference, bro. None of them niggas could probably read music, except for that nigga. Hey, none of the niggas probably read, except for
That's
now. I'm sorry.
another issue right there. That's why I feel like music quality is going down. Niggas don't know how to read music no more. Y'all just doing shit.
Now and then if you go lyrically, he might be up there. Like it's him, Curry, Dickie's.
See, I was gonna put my number 2 as Kodak because I really feel like this nigga is a ghetto poet. If you from the street,
Kodak's
you need to
top
be speaking
5.
to your heart.
Kodak top 5, but I don't know if I'm putting Kodak over Dickie. Lil
He
Dickie's
top
concept
5 in the class.
in the class.
Top
I'm talking about out of this 2016 freshman class. You want me to look at the names? Like you gotta look up the names. I got it right here. I'll tell it to you. Dave East is up there. It's Dave East, Denzel Curry. What is this light-skinned nigga name from Chicago? I know you
Davies
know.
didn't even do the cipher.
What light skinned nigga?
He did it with the light-skinned nigga from Chicago, bro. The one that got hemmed up not too long ago. Herbo.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, so
now
that's
now
what
that's
it was Davies.
you ask me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. G Herbo got that's what I'm saying, but I don't know, bro.
D Herbo is the real voice of Chicago. Let's just be real.
he did it
Ask
first.
anybody from Chicago, G.
Nah, because he's the only one that's still in Chicago.
I don't think he's in Chicago.
And it's not even that though. This man
That has a lot to do with it.
on top in Chicago for a very long time. Like,
And that's because he's never left
since
Chicago.
Chief, like they was on top together. Dirk ain't never been like Dirk is great, and I'm from Chicago. He from Chicago, so I love him for that. But this nigga ain't no damn Chicago Jay-Z or fucking voice. Like that's G Herbo. And you could compare all the music. Dirk ass don't be talking about shit for real. Especially not now. His old shit maybe.
Yeah, see, because I was a little Dirk fan, and then I feel like he took Dej Loaf's whole stilo. I was kind of mad at that because I was a big ass fan of Dej Loaf.
I thought that was A Boogie.
No, A Boogie had his own shit. I heard Jungle, bro. I like that. That was it. Cause that was
Man,
already
that nigga
becoming a
A Boogie
thing.
sound-
That melodic shit. Like that shit was already coming.
My nigga said I was stepping in the puddles with my Tim's on, something in the puddles for the hey, it's a big store. Hey,
That nigga A Boogie is
that's
hard.
all you
He
had
was
to hear,
kinda,
bro.
I think
you
no,
had
facts.
Tim's.
I think Sway Lee is what A Boogie could have been.
Hey, I'm gonna keep saying it. My dog's Ray Shrimmer's back. Ray Shrimmer's back.
Did you
That
listen to that new
denial
Ray
song
Shrimmer?
is hard. That denial song is hard.
You fuck with Ray Shrimmer?
I didn't think. I mean, I didn't think they ever really fell off. It's just they wasn't doing shit. If that makes sense. Like I always felt like just because of how their music was when it was coming out and what it did every single time, like every shit they dropped, they had at least 3 hits on that bitch. Like every single one. So I
Well,
just
they
felt
only
like
got 2
because of that.
albums.
Exactly.
Or
Wait,
they got
so
3. They got 3 albums. They got that first one where they first came out,
right.
and then they dropped another one after that, I think. And then they had the 2 double disc. That was the third one, because then it was like 2 albums in one. It was the Sway Lee side, the Ray Shrimmer side.
They got 3
and then
Shrimmer Lives. They got something else out of that?
No, that's it. It's 3 Shrimmer Lives. That's it.
Well, whatever it was, bro.
That's still a lot.
Whatever they dropped, they had at least 3 hits on that motherfucker. And I just felt like whenever they felt like they was gonna drop again, they were gonna do the same shit. I just always felt that way about them. They different. Like I don't know what it is. They just different.
Yo, if somebody come get her, she's dancing
dancing
like
like
a... Is that them?
Yes.
No, their first album is hard. Hold on, listen to this.
What
Listen
about
to this.
that
Listen to
song
this
with,
track list.
Nicki Minaj.
The first track is Lit Like a Big. The second track is Unlock My Swag.
I know
track
that
3,
one.
No Flex Zone.
Yep.
Swag. Unlock.
2 hits already. Go ahead. Keep going.
Look.
Keep
Number
going.
4, My Ex. I don't think I know that
3.
one.
Yeah,
I know that
I'm
one.
swagging on my ex, bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
You could have had a check, bitch.
You
All
could
right,
have
after
had
that-
a check,
That's
bitch.
3 hits already. We already.
This could be us.
Crazy.
This could be us, but you play.
I would say that's a hit.
That's
That's
a
a
hit.
smash.
That's a hit.
That's a
Yeah,
fucking
that's a
smash.
hit.
That's 4.
Damn.
Somebody
I gotta go
come
play that.
get her. She's
Did these niggas go flawless?
no. The first track wasn't a hit. The Lit Like a Big track.
Yeah, it
Right.
was.
But
Well,
the
next-
it wasn't major
the
acclaim,
next
but it was
5.
hard.
The
It
next
was
5.
hard.
All right. Then we got Up Like Trump. It didn't age well.
It didn't, but it was still decent though.
It was on the radio.
Throw Some Mo with Nicki Minaj.
That was a hit.
Throw some more.
Six.
Yeah.
YNO with Big Sean.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. That's got like that was a famous song too.
I don't remember this.
Me neither.
Play it.
I'm playing it in your head. I don't remember this shit at
Let's
all.
get to the hook.
Nah, this is booty.
Oh yeah, I guess I can't hear it.
Yeah, I can't hear that shit, but
My
I
bad.
guess
they
I'm
had
thinking-
6
I'm thinking of
hits
a you
on that
ain't
one
know.
album, bro.
Okay, and then No Type. No, they still got No Type. So that's 7.
That was on that album too. 7.
Yeah, and then the last track was Safe Sex Paychecks.
No.
So I might give you one more.
8.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
y'all,
Fuck
y'all
it.
don't like Safe Sex Paychecks?
I never heard that one,
Mm-mm.
or maybe I heard it.
Maybe I'm
in
tripping.
the-
Never mind. Okay,
Uh,
and then so they went out of 11 though. They had 6 for 11,
7.
7 for 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, niggas ain't doing that.
Not on their first shit out.
First album. That's why I'm saying. I
2
feel like they
turnt
could
little
do
lit
that.
niggas.
And then what about Black Beatles?
That's on. I'm getting there. We getting there. Okay, so
Yeah,
then
I definitely got a
Shrimp,
mannequin challenge.
Shrimp Life 2. It starts off with Start a Party.
Yeah.
Then number 2 is Real Chill with Kodak Black. I don't know that one.
No.
Me neither.
By Chance.
I know by chance that was a hit. You smoke one by
Yeah, it
chance.
is.
You
Yeah.
smoke one by
By
chance.
Chance. That was that shit. Hey, we was definitely, that shit was hard. That was hard. Okay. Look Alive.
Who?
Boo. All for real.
Already, bro.
Black Beatles.
Damn.
Shake It Fast with Juicy J.
I feel like that was a good twerk song.
I'm trying to remember that one.
Nah, I'm listening to it. It's not ringing no bells.
I don't remember that.
Oh no, it just fucks me up because
Oh.
I heard all these songs on the radio.
No. All right. Set the Roof with Lil Jon. I feel like that's one of them. No, I'm listening to it. Don't ring no bells. You know it, Ray Shrimmer song.
Set the
Susan
roof
Cutter.
on fire. Set the roof on fire. I mean, it might not have been a hit, but I remember
Nah.
that. That shit was hot because that was like
Came
on some
a long
EDM shit.
way. Came a long way, which I don't know. Now that I know, which I don't know. Take It or Leave It, which I don't know. Do Yoga.
Yeah, I remember Yoga being a big ass hit, or it was viral. I'm gonna do yoga. Hey, I'm gonna do
Nah,
yoga.
that ain't it.
Yeah, right. That was
Over
a
here.
hit. I'm taking that one.
Which one?
Okay. Then Swang is
Yeah.
on
Yep.
this album. Swang was a
Four.
hit. There we go. Thank you for keeping count, because I definitely lost count. And then Just Like Us is the last track on here.
I don't think I heard that one either.
Me either.
But like I said, they always have at least 3 hits on that motherfucker.
So, but they went
Oh.
4 for 10 on this album.
5, but
Yeah, but they got a
5.
song
What
that
is the
gave
fifth
Diamond,
one,
though.
bro?
the last one you said that you wasn't fucking with, the yoga, that was a hit, bruh. That shit,
Okay, we'll
that
give them
song was
5.
hard. That song was hard.
50%.
You yoga, I'm gonna go to yoga. Hey, like that beat's hard as fuck, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay, they went
Mm.
5 for 10, and that's still okay.
That's
but see,
good.
the
5
thing
for
is,
14. 5 for 14.
Did they drop a deluxe?
That is the deluxe.
Damn.
But the thing is, Black Beatles is damn near Diamond though. I feel like you got something like that kind of cancel out.
You
not
can put a bunch
having.
of bullshit around it. Okay.
Or you don't gotta do shit
I mean,
ever.
it wasn't a bunch of bullshit though. They got
They
4
put
other
two.
songs.
They put 2 hits with it. They put 2.
They got
Gotta put the
4
hits.
other hits with it though.
And think, bro, like these niggas, like you going through their whole tape looking for a hit. Like that's some shit too. Like not every song's gonna be a hit. But if you know niggas is just looking for your albums for the hit, that's something to talk about, bro. That's something to think
All
about.
right, we're gonna go to the final album because you know they're gonna drop an album soon. This is number 3. Up Close. No, up in my cocaina.
Nope.
The second song is called Close, featuring Travis Scott. 3, Bedtime Stories with The Weeknd.
I don't think I listened to this album.
You know this one though.
I can't really hear it. I can't even lie to you.
Man.
It's like going in and out.
It's like, I'm not trying to tell you bedtime story.
No.
Oh, I do know that one. Yeah.
Okay, it's got
Okay,
the Weeknd on
one.
it anyway. Preparing Pegasus. I don't even know the fuck. Perplexing Pegasus.
I know that one. I do know that one.
Okay.
That's 2. 2
That's
hits.
2.
Yeah.
I don't know Perplexing, but okay.
I feel like I do though.
Buckets. Future and Future. Oh yeah, this is hard. I'm balling. This was that shit.
I don't think I heard this though.
3.
I'm trying to get to the hook. Okay. I'm not gonna keep sitting here playing this shit, low quality shit. After that is 4-2. I don't know that one. Power Glide featuring Juicy J.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Stop playing, y'all. Now
Yeah.
you know that song, nigga.
Yeah.
They had that shit going everywhere. It's another
Yeah.
huge hit.
Yeah.
So what was that? 4 or 3?
No, that's not 4. That's 2.
3, 2.
That's 2.
2.
We got the Weekend song,
The
and we
nigga,
got Power Glide.
the Pegasus song is a hit.
Perplexing Pegasus. I remember.
All right, 3. What's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Nah, I'm not giving you that. Teed Up.
Yes.
Yeah, that was that
Yeah.
shit.
What was that?
Yeah.
4?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was that shit. That was that shit.
That's 4.
Touchscreen navigation.
I ain't heard that one. I know I ain't heard that one.
Heartbreak in the Chino Hills.
Mm-mm.
Heart of the Moment.
Nope.
Offshore with Young Thug. Not hitting. Guatemala.
Maybe.
No. Los Angeles. No. Hurt to Look. Get that shit out of here. Red Wine. I'm trying to prove a point. You'll see in a second.
Oh my god.
What's in Your Heart? Booty. Wait, this might be a hit. Hold on. Nah, I don't know this a lot.
I'll say, is that Kanye in the back? You know, I hear some yay
now-
over anything.
Get your fingers ready. Here comes the hits.
Okay.
Now that we're out of that Sway Lee shit. Whew. What was that? 3 of them over there?
4.
He just
We
couldn't
have
put
4?
Unforgettable on there. That's all.
No, that's not his album. That's French Montana's
That's what
album.
I'm saying. He couldn't put that on there on his side.
Whatever. No, whatever.
He couldn't put Sunflower.
The first song on the Slim Jimmy side, motherfucker Brinks Truck.
You said who?
It's called Brinks Truck. Bring out the Brinks Truck on Young Fly and Iced Up.
I feel like I heard it.
Maybe, okay.
I mean, if you think it's a
Players
hit, I'll
Club.
count it.
Players Club.
I've never heard it.
Okay.
I mean, but I'm saying if you feel like it's a hit, just because I ain't heard it don't mean it ain't a hit.
Nah, that wasn't the one that was a hit. Anti-Social Smokers Club. I don't know that one either. Chanel with Pharrell. I'm a bitch of Chanel.
Okay, I know that
I'm
was
a
5.
Chanel. So that's 2 though for Jimmy. We only have 4 for Sway Lee. 2 for Jimmy. So we had 6.
Okay.
Next is Cap with Trouble.
R.I.P.
Nope.
Trouble.
RP Trouble. Damn, we didn't even talk about that. I'm glad you brought it up. This is a hit, though. I'm telling y'all.
Nope.
You said no? All right, fuck you.
I don't even know what the song is, guys.
Changed up.
I'm teed up.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is the goddamn Slim Jimmy's side is better. And these niggas better come up with some more hits, because otherwise they gonna I don't know if they're gonna be that. I don't know if they're gonna stick together. I think they're gonna break up.
I mean, they're already kind of separate in their sounds, but like
What I
these niggas
see.
are real deal family, bro. Like that's like
That's true
before and
too.
after the music, bro. I'm pretty sure these niggas gonna be they tee up.
Yeah.
But like I said, they always have at least 3 hits on
Oh,
now.
yeah, shit, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
because he was talking that shit last episode. He wasn't talking shit, but like he was for some reason the biggest Ray Shermer fan last episode, so we had to bring that back. So
I'm dead.
that was a good opinion of
That
you to
new
have.
song was hard, bro. I just couldn't hold it
And
in.
honestly, thinking back on it, these niggas they definitely did they shit. I'm gonna go in there
Yeah.
and talk to Shy about that. I'm like, bro, you remember Ray Sherman? Of course you
Sherman
do,
was
right?
hard. Like
Let's
they
think about how many hits they have, bro. Think about
no.
that. Like that's
What it
crazy.
was the first album didn't have no skips.
Type shit.
So the second album came, and then they hit us with the fucking Black Beatles challenge, and we was like, "Oh, you niggas is still that nigga." But the album didn't withstand the hit. Like that one hit was bigger than any song they had on that fucking album.
Yeah, it's
So-
hard to recreate, you know what I'm saying? Especially their first shit.
But
coming out
then
slapping
Power
like that.
Glide though.
Yeah.
On the next album, right? But Power
Right.
Glide still wasn't Black Beatles.
It wasn't, but that shit was big though. You was
It
hearing
was
that.
big.
You was still hearing that everywhere though.
That's
That's
true.
just
That is
because
true.
they ain't had no challenge to it.
I was about to
Yeah.
say this is still pre-TikTok too. I think you know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Imagine
Yeah, they went
Black
viral with
Beatles
just
on
regular
TikTok.
Instagram videos. They went viral with regular Instagram videos.
Imagine that on TikTok. Imagine Power Glide on TikTok.
Yeah, they need to bring that bit back.
Nigga
Them
said
would have been the
imagine
biggest
Power Glide.
songs ever made. Like,
No.
All right, let's talk about Trouble.
All right.
all right, I got a few more minutes with y'all niggas.
Real quick. All right, Lilo. How do you feel about inviting your partner to your crib to do activities?
Oh God.
I feel like
It's dangerous over there. Don't go. Don't go.
it's just like,
My
are
nigga
you
took a
saying
deep
my
breath.
crib, or are you saying like you want me to speak on this situation, or like myself specifically?
Right.
Yo, I'm talking about you.
Oh, well, I can. Yeah, I'm gonna invite my person over to where I am. If it's together like that, yeah. But like in that instance, I was hearing a whole lot of different shit saying that the man that killed him was also like paying for the place that they were in. So
And
I don't
I
know.
heard
how-
they was both a situation.
So that was kind of different. I'm like, I probably wouldn't have done that.
You paying for the place?
Oh.
Are you paying for the place you in?
No, it's my parents' house though.
I'm not trying. I know. I get what you're saying. But if your pops came home one day and decided to shoot your person, that
He's
was
not
in
gonna
the
do that
crib.
though. I can't think like that because I know my dad would not do that.
That's not the same thing, bro. It's called a crime of passion, my boy.
Like I can't.
But it could be a crime of passion when it's your daughter. When it
I
could be any
can't.
fucking
I
stranger.
can't think like that because I know my dad wouldn't
do no shit like that. I get what you're saying. You couldn't put yourself in a situation.
It's different, bro. It's definitely different because like the story that I heard, like, bruh, shit was still there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
I'm not saying he
was
was
still living in
right.
that
You know what I'm
motherfucker.
saying? Niggas definitely could have like, but that shit happens. It's literally called a crime of passion, bro. Like
I think we're saying the same thing. What I'm saying is, I think this man is going to get away with this. He's not going to serve no jail time.
niggas locked up right now, ain't he?
Yeah, but I mean, like, depending on
He's
how
not gonna
if you-
serve prison time.
prison time.
What you're
Like, I
saying.
don't like. There's a
I
way.
mean, he still shot
me
and
rephrase
killed
that.
somebody though.
Yes,
That's
he
where the
shot and
crime.
killed.
That's where the crime of passion shit comes in, because like it's not that they can show you leniency, but they can also not. But not leniency as in you finna go scot free. You still shot and killed a man, regardless if you live there or not, nigga. Like the fuck.
But what I'm saying is, if I come into my house that, like y'all said, I'm paying for and shit like that, and then I shoot a nigga in my house, you get what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna have to have a. There's a way. If I have the proper lawyer and I don't say the right shit, I might end up not going to jail for this at all.
That's
I think
true.
It depends,
That's
on,
all
it
I'm
depends on the
saying.
girl
That's all
too,
I'm
though.
saying.
Because
Right. Yeah.
what
she
she's
invited
saying,
him in.
well, that's what I'm saying. What she's saying is because if that's the case, she lived there too. So if that's her
Right.
company and you shouldn't kill them because for whatever reason, what they said was they had
I
been
know,
broken
but
up
that's
for
the
some
argument
weeks
we'll
type
have in
shit.
court. That's, you know what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
an
and
argument we'll have.
it can go either way.
That's
But I
but
don't think this nigga
as the
should go
shooter, I
home.
like the chances of it going either way, as opposed to I know for sure I'm out of here for murder.
It's
You get what I'm
It's
saying?
definitely not an open and shut case, but I don't think
That's what
bro's
I'm
going
saying.
home.
I don't.
think
Yeah, I
bro's
don't
going
think
home.
he's going.
I don't
Bro
think
was
bruh's
too
smart
big.
enough not to go home, but I also know they don't give a fuck about rappers dying. So I can see where that nigga ends up just going the
I
fuck
would have
home.
Yeah,
Whatever
but
happened
he's
to the nigga
argument.
that
a
shot
black
Nipsey?
man though.
I feel like he's so I actually know a little bit about that. So there's a No Jumper interview. Go watch it with the Compton Cowboy. You probably seen viral videos of him and shit like that. But he's a Crip, but he's a cowboy. He's an old ass black dude, but he was
Oh
really
yeah, and he
good.
got hot at old dude talking about that shit, right? He was talking
Yes,
about
but he was locked up at
whack.
the same time with the dude he got locked up where Eric Holder, whatever the nigga's name is, at the same place bro was at, and bro was like basically put on the PCR with like certain things, and apparently he's going through it in there, as in like he's dealing with his shit. He's locked up and going through it. Like
What's PCR?
well, he's on the PC yard, like prison yard,
Oh,
like protective custody.
okay.
But
Protective custody.
but
all right.
he's not safe. He's over there getting his food spit in, niggas beating him up. Like it's all bad.
Also, I feel
Allegedly.
like because
Allegedly, like
the man
Right.
the man who
Right.
shot and killed Trouble did not, like, Trouble didn't shoot at him, and the first thing you did was shoot and kill somebody. I feel like it's not gonna be as lenient or whatever you may think it's gonna be. I feel like
I know, but I
because you
just
kill him for really no, like, I mean, I guess you may feel like you had a reason, but you didn't have a reason to kill him. Now, if he would have beat the shit out of him,
a reason to do something versus what I can get away with what I did are two different things. That's all I'm saying.
But what you get away with has to do with your reason, and that's why
Exactly,
it comes
that's
up
why
in
I'm
court.
trying to say.
That is not necessarily
think,
the
right?
case.
So yeah, it is, right? So think, bro.
So if that's the
Look,
case, how the fuck did
the-
George Zimmerman get off from killing? You know what I'm saying?
because his
Oh,
reason was
come on,
believable
that's
by court.
different.
His reason was enough that the judge felt like that he was in the right to do what he did, or he wasn't.
And that's
fit
what
for the
I'm
punishment.
saying for the fuck nigga that killed Trouble. He
They
will
not
go in
gonna
there.
give him that.
Why
same
would they?
type of
Why would?
treatment,
Why
bro.
would they?
Like,
Why
let's
would they
not
do
do
that?
bro.
Why would they do
Why?
that? Why would?
Because
why would they?
because we got another rapper shot and killed off the fucking streets, and if he play it smart, he was in it. Let's say the gun is fucking legal. Let's say he said Trouble came at me because I came into the house fighting. Like he come up with a whole story telling
The
we got
girl
into a
is still
scuffle.
Right, and
alive.
then the girl don't say
All right,
nothing
and the
like that.
girl, all right, now it's her word versus my word, and we got a dead nigga in there.
Yes. So whatever she says is gonna be very important. And you know what she said? They been broken up. Yes,
But if I'm the
yes,
lawyer,
they
I
live
can
together,
say
but like they been broken
she's
up type shit. He
influenced.
came in and shot the person that he was with. Regardless, he's going to prison, bro. Like
Is her story. Does she not have motivation to not lie on the stand? And if I'm a lawyer, and I can prove that she has motivation to say some bullshit and not tell the full truth right here, then now it's up to the jury. And I know what the fucking stand your law ground rules are in fucking Georgia. That's all I'm saying.
Cause the same privilege you given to him because he lived there for whatever reason, she got those same rights, bro.
Exactly.
Regardless of what the stand your ground law is, anything that he would play in his favor plays into her favor as well. And because of what she's already said, and because of the fact that obviously more niggas are gonna be in favor of Trouble, the same reason you bringing up of the people not caring because of the dead rapper, you gotta understand they love that shit. Actually, they want that shit to be. Yeah, they want that to be a thing, bro. Like that's the whole thing. They want that to happen. They will promote that. Like. And they would either in like
exactly.
I would see them put
why not let the murderer get off then?
Because you put him in jail. Because you make more money off jail. He still killed a nigga, bro.
You can't just let him off of that.
Think about it.
I don't think it's just to let him off. I think all right, bro.
Do you think he's gonna get less time? Is that what you're saying?
I think if I'm a good enough fucking lawyer and I can get enough bullshit to make this shit so cloudy that the jury has no way of saying, yeah, for sure, I didn't shoot this nigga in self-defense.
That nigga don't have no lawyer like that.
That sounds good, bruh. But like,
That's
who
all.
is this
All right.
nigga, bruh? That sounds
what I
good. If you're talking about if in any case, if you have the best lawyer, if you have like somebody who can represent you to that ability, yeah. But you know what happens 9 times out of 10, even if it make it look good, it comes down to the jury. You don't think the niggas in the jury, bruh, you don't think them niggas like watch TV shows, they know what the fuck's going on, they know when somebody's acting. You know, it really falls down to upon like the conversations that outside happen
All right,
outside
now
the courtroom.
if I get
You
a
know the
jury
judge,
full of,
it
if
doesn't
I
matter
get a
what you do in the
jury full of
courtroom.
black folks from Atlanta or a jury full of
They're
white
gonna
folks
send that
from
nigga to
Atlanta.
prison. They're gonna
All
send
right,
that
but
nigga to
now if
prison.
I get a jury full of white folks from Atlanta, what
They're
happens?
still gonna send that nigga to prison because he
I
shot
don't
and killed
think so.
somebody.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Why would white people have a reason to have favor for this nigga? Why
Or
would they?
let me not say white people, but people who are not in touch with the culture of who Trouble is, and they just hear the
He
story.
shot and killed a man. That's the story. He killed somebody.
How many motherfuckers have we heard shot and kill somebody and got away with this shit?
And how many niggas do you know that are gonna hear that somebody shot and killed somebody said they don't deserve to be in prison?
A few. It depends on a few folks.
Who?
You're comparing all those things that happen racially motivated things versus this just domestic issue.
And
like
see, but I feel like there's a thing of not just racially, but like you can get away with shooting and using your gun in certain situations to where they want to protect the Second Amendment more than they give a fuck about the person that you killed, especially when it's a fucking rapper. That's all I'm saying.
who's saying
So if they find some type
in
of,
certain
if they,
instances, yeah,
if they
but like
find some type of way to make that Second Amendment apply in this situation, what other bullshit that goes on in the state of Georgia, this ain't New York, this ain't in the North nowhere, this is the fucking South where you allowed to have a gun and you allowed to shoot a nigga trespassing. Now, the girl might be like, no, he's not trespassing. Bitch, I own the house. I don't know that nigga.
they
Why
both
is he in
own
here?
it.
That's what I'm saying is
the Second Amendment
now, though.
The Second Amendment, first of all, applies to everybody, not just niggas in Georgia. So if Georgia's making the ruling, then the Second Amendment is really more about what Georgia feels. And if you're saying they're gonna try to make a case, they're gonna let this nigga go for gun rights. No, they can just easily paint this nigga as an irresponsible gun owner because just because you got a gun don't mean you're supposed to use it. Even in places that you got to stand your ground law, you still some places you have like you're supposed to retreat. You have like a duty to retreat if you can. If he could have called the police in this case, then that would have been the better thing rather than shooting and killing the nigga.
And all I'm saying is how can y'all prove I didn't try to do all those steps?
By the girl, the bitch who was there. Sorry to call her bitch, but literally the lady who got somebody killed next to her.
And once again, it is my word versus hers.
Okay, and then what if she get a good ass lawyer too? Then what?
She don't got a lawyer. She ain't going to. Ain't nobody.
You don't think
her.
Trouble's people, if she was gonna be brought into court, you don't think everybody on his estate would get her proper representation?
It is the state of Georgia versus said shooter. That is how the court case will fucking go.
Right.
Ooh,
so
I wish
they're
Up was
looking
here
at this
for this
nigga.
way.
you can have a lawyer speak for you on the stand if you don't do it.
Okay, I didn't know that. Let's say she does that too, which makes her look even more guilty. Why you can't say what happened, shawty?
Because I said it already.
Okay, and now
she got somebody killed next to her, bruh.
He go up there and say, I walked into the house and this, that, and the third, and then he came at me, and then he had this, that, and I decided to shoot him to defend myself.
Even if that's the case, right? Even if that's the case that he tries to make, which is a smart case, the judge and the jury can still say that's not a right to take somebody's life, bro. Like even then, that's not always an open shut case. You can make the case that still don't make it like that doesn't like I don't think like it can. If anything, they'll show leniency as in maybe not giving this nigga the death penalty, But like he
For
would still
life?
like, you know what I'm saying? He would still get a hefty prison sentence. He still
Exactly.
murdered somebody, bruh. All the leniency, all
don't.
the chances that you're giving
He
him in
didn't just
court
shoot
would
somebody.
make sure that he doesn't die himself. Like that's
He
not like
killed them.
bruh, that's not enough to even get you off. Even if you made that case, you might get the most leniency. You might get the minimum for a murder. Like, you know what I'm
This
saying?
motherfucker
Like
was laying in your bed with the laying
Bruh,
in the
I
bed
have
with
with
the
seen
your
girl
a
that
nigga
you've been
that you
broken up
on
claiming
with for
that
camera.
he
weeks.
fucked with you. This
I've
nigga died
seen.
in the bed.
All right, watch. All right, I'm gonna explain to the story to you. A nigga had a gun over. This is over a bitch. Now they outside in the parking lot. This is on camera. Cause then they showed the film and shit and all this shit. A nigga had a gun, pointed at a nigga. They didn't pull it. Then the other nigga pulled out a gun, pointed at the nigga. They both had like a standoff. Then one of the niggas put the gun down and was like, "Nah, fight me. What's up? What's up?" The other nigga turned around and walked away with his gun. The nigga's still trying to walk to him, like, "What's up? What's up? What's up?" And then that nigga pulled out his gun again, pointed at that nigga. Then a dude turned around to go pick up his gun. When he turned around to go pick up his gun, the dude who wanted to fight and turned back around, he got shot in the head. The dude who shot him in the head got off.
Because he had a gun pointed at him as well.
All right.
That's the point.
All right. Y'all say trouble never drawed anything like that. But all I'm saying is all it takes is any type of like, look, you don't even know. All
You
I'm
don't
saying
either,
is,
nigga.
that's all nobody knows. And if I say there was an altercation and the fucking situation happened beforehand,
You gotta
then
think.
then the nigga
if
can get off.
The only
He's
people
not
who
getting
know,
off,
the
bro.
only niggas who know what
He's gonna leave
happened are
there.
the niggas who were there. One of those
Facts.
niggas is dead. The other nigga's in custody. The female, she has no reason whatsoever to try to do anything besides send this nigga to jail for life. She has no other
Exactly.
reason. Hold on.
Exactly. And that's exactly
Right.
what I'm gonna say. And that's what I'm gonna say.
Listen. She has no reason. She has no reason to say anything besides this nigga came and shot who it was. Are we for sure that this nigga had a name on the lease in the apartment? Because this was his ex-girl. They were broken up for some time before
They
this
said
happened.
he was paying for it. I don't know if his name was on the shit. Hers was.
Her name was on the
Her
lease.
name was on the shit. I don't know if his name was
So after some weeks of being broken up with somebody, you go to your ex's house and you find somebody in the bed with your ex and you shoot them. How are you not going to
his
prison?
property. I thought it was his property.
And my thing is, bro, even if it was,
either way, at the end of the day, it was an apartment, so it ain't your property in the first motherfucking place. You just paying to be in this bitch.
I don't give a fuck what y'all say. If I walk in my house and my bitch fucking somebody else, I'm shooting a nigga.
And the judge is gonna be like, you know what?
I'm going to jail. I don't think I should go to jail.
Take your stupid ass to jail.
The judge gonna be like, you know what? I almost feel bad for you. I almost do. But here in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, I now sentence you. He's not, bro. That don't win you no
they
points.
Don't fucking feel bad for your ass.
And
you a nigga.
Exactly. And because of you a nigga, you more than likely not gonna get off with this shit. Like that don't in your favor. They ain't gonna give a fuck about the gun rights. You know what? Because they finna put that nigga in jail and make some money off that nigga. Because you know why? The prison industrial complex. It makes more sense to have a rapper dead and another nigga in jail than to let this nigga go for gun rights. That don't make sense.
I get what you're saying, but once again, if it was a white dude, y'all wouldn't be sitting here arguing as
if
much.
If her ex was white and he killed him, he might get off. I feel that.
That's all I'm saying.
But he's
never brought up the nigga being white at one point.
That's not being made.
Right. You never said the nigga was white till now. That was never the part of the equation.
All I'm saying is the nigga might have the resources that a white man could have. That's all.
He don't.
Okay.
If you could do he won't. And even if he did
like that, you don't.
Let me ask you this question.
Even if he did, that shit sound good, bro.
If you're a Georgia and Atlanta, are you running from this case or running to this case?
If I'm a what?
If you're a lawyer in Georgia, are you running to this case or from this case?
I'm running to represent the girl and anybody from Trouble's family who want to like press charges. I'm not defending this nigga.
Simple.
I'm not defending the shooter. I'm not running for shit. if he hires me and that's what I do, you know what I'm saying, then that's different. But like,
Then I'm gonna do
yeah,
my best, but I'm not
right,
gonna
nah.
run the protect him. Hell
That's what
no.
I'm saying. You can have the best lawyer on earth and have it spin it to any way. That still can lead you to maybe getting still the minimum for a murder. Like that's the best you
Exactly.
can do. You still did it, bro.
I
Like
This
just
ain't
don't
no
like.
this ain't no fucking John Gotti Al Capone ass nigga. Like he don't got no. This ain't that.
no, this is
If
a
you was
bitch's
in a fucking
ex-boyfriend.
apartment, you ain't got no money to get no big ass fucking lawyer that's gonna really get you out of this shit.
And
You
that's the
living in
thing,
an
though.
apartment.
There's not really much for him to get out of, bro. I still feel like, bro, like at the end of the day, just like I said, bro, just because you got a strap doesn't mean that you're supposed to use it on any occasion. Like just because some shit don't
Exactly.
happen, like that still don't prioritize you. Even in stand your ground law states,
It
some of them have it to where you have to retreat. Like you supposed to like in the instance that you just brought up, the nigga pulled whipped out on him. Okay, that's very different. You're literally threatening with your life. Okay,
exactly.
use your deadly weapon, right? But if nigga, you just came in on some shit like that, bro, and it's
And
your
you
ex,
decided to pull your gun out
you
and kill a
decided to
nigga.
kill that nigga, right? You obviously
All
didn't give a
right,
fuck about nothing.
and
Like you
that's
wasn't worried about shit.
all I'm saying is because it's my word versus her word, that narrative can be spent and made.
It could, but
It
at
could
the
be
end of the
spent made
day,
against them.
there's other witnesses.
See, now we adding more factors into the equation.
I said that. I'm talking about the girl.
I'm saying they could go ask next door neighbors about the shit. And everybody else could have something to say.
Yeah, did
And
you hear a
then now
man
you
just
fucked
come
up.
in and then the gunshot? Did you hear a man come in, some people arguing and shit, and then the gunshot? Oh, okay. In that argument and shit, he put his hands on me. I shot him. Self-defense. What is it now? You get what I'm saying? Like it just
If unless you fear for your life in a lot of cases, bro, there's no right for you to use your gun, bro. And I
Man,
don't
moral
think
of the
you
story,
walking
that
on
nigga is
a
not
you don't
getting off.
yeah that
That
nigga's
nigga's
in
not
jail.
going home.
He's
He's
going to
serving some
prison.
type of prison time. Simple.
I
Yeah.
think it's so crazy though that if he was white, y'all would consider it more.
I'm not saying I would consider it more. I'm saying the likelihood
You
of
just
him
said you
getting
would a second ago.
Niggas trying to make us look like coons now, and I don't like that.
not considering
Because
as
at the
in
end
I
of the
feel
day,
like
trying to
he's
make
more
at
y'all
the
he's
look
end of the
like
day,
morally
you know
right.
exactly what the fuck
I'm
No,
you
not
do,
I'm
nigga.
I'm
not
not
trying to
saying
make
he's
y'all look
morally
like
right. The
fools.
likelihood of him getting off or some shit like that definitely goes up if he's white. And especially
Exactly.
depending on who he is as a white person.
White people can do
Facts.
anything they fucking want to, especially to niggas.
That's
The fuck,
different,
the
bro.
motherfuckers who killed Ahmaud Arbery really thought they had the authority to do that. Like niggas damn near almost got off that motherfucker because the DA was hiding shit. Had she not got caught, they would have got off for that shit. Simple.
And that's what I
Because
mean
they
by
was white. Like nobody trying to say like, oh, if the skin color was changed, he's white, so he's not. No, he would have probably got off because you shot a nigga we wanted dead. But
And
since you are a nigger, also,
we can
you
lock
also
your
have to
ass
learn
up
your
you
too.
don't
lesson.
give a, it would make more
Did
sense.
they lock up triple X shooters?
I think they all went through custody. Their trial, I believe they went to prison. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think that they would still be on trial because that's been some years. But like, no, I'm pretty sure they went to
I
jail.
mean, Nipsey's
Damn,
still
bro.
on his thing still on. Their trial just started.
With the Eric Holder shit.
Yeah,
And
this
it's on
shit
camera.
started.
That shit recorded.
So was Exit shit too.
So I mean, it could take forever. They be like
Yeah,
the
so
whole
they
niggas in
still could
jail
be on trial,
for-
but I do believe all 2 or 3 of them they're all in custody.
They were arrested, taken to jail. So
That shit
like,
crazy.
but I'm gonna catch up with you niggas later. Y'all over here tweet.
Don't say y'all.
Now we
Oh, you going
tweaking.
y'all damn. we
Okay,
was
I'm
cool.
sorry. Next time
Go.
over here tweaking.
It's
They're
always
trying to
me,
make
y'all.
trying to make me and Wiz look like some fucking coons.
Right.
or
I'm not trying to
It's
make
And
it
when,
look like
and
no
when it ain't
Say the
you,
white
and when
guy.
it ain't you, it's me, nigga.
The
Right.
fuck?
They
I
ain't
just
me.
But
don't
I'ma holler at
understand.
y'all.
I just think niggas is capable of getting with murder too.
All right. Yeah, very much so. Depending on what nigga it is, depending on what asshole they licking.
Okay.
I think
what
you
I'm
just
saying?
thinking about the baby and feel like because he got away with shit, then all
Right.
niggas gonna get away with shit.
No,
No,
that's y'all who
that's
think
still
the baby
different.
can kill everybody and get away with it.
I don't think he can get. This nigga knows the laws better than I do. Shit, this nigga be like he be on top of his shit, and you can't really blame him.
Oh, Lord,
And that's to prove our point, bruh. He takes that shit like how a white man would. The baby is the only nigga I've ever seen shoot a nigga and call the police. I've never heard of that. That's wild.
because let that have been in the hood, then
Right.
that nigga would have been shot too.
You need to
Right.
tweet that too. The
Nigga would've
baby is
been
the only
dead.
nigga I know.
To shoot somebody and call the police successfully. Like, come get this nigga. Like, yo, what?
You got
He's
two.
Yeah, we
neutralized.
got, yeah, he's neutralized, head ass.
You got 2 tweets tonight, bro.
I got you.
I
I got you.
did.
That's the name of the episode. Lo-fi of the R&B or whatever that is. That's the name of the episode.
All right.
I'm dead.
It's lo-fi, the R&B, EDM.
EDM.
Lo-fi.
All right, I'm
Next
about to get out of here.
This is TOD, bro. We out of this bitch.
One love.